So as I hobble along to my son's sports class, I go pick him up and I'm like so sore because I tried working out with my friend the other day at the park and I hadn't worked out in I don't know how long. Like I walk, y'all know that already, but working out, that's a whole nother beast. And so we did like squats and a bunch of legs up, and when I tell you, man, I can't even go to the restroom without being in pain. But it just, the words pushed through the pain just kept coming up, and it's like, then I go and pick him up. Oh, Lord. But yeah, so I go to pick him up, and then I'm pouring him some a drink in his little water bottle, and and it wastes all over my pants. And I'll tell you, I'm on the way to the sports class, so I'm like, man, stuff just be happening, bro. And you ever feel like that, like one little bad thing after another just keep happening, and it's like testing your patience and pushing through the pain is not all just about physical. It's about pushing through that voice that wants you to like give up, that voice that wants to resist everything because a few challenges or a few setbacks came into place. Man, be pissed off, be irritated, be frustrated, let that stuff out, but don't let it stop you. You know what I'm saying? Just keep going, because you got to battle. It's like you trying to conquer, and to me, pull out that competitive tool, that competitive energy within yourself, and be like, oh, you know what, you think you're gonna win? Talk to that voice. You think you're gonna win, and think I'm gonna give up just because something wasted on me. Oh, so now I'm gonna just let everything go, or maybe you working and you recording and you delete the whole file. Or is that it? Are you giving up? Like, I mean, you can take signs and you can make signs. You can say it's a sign. You can create an excuse. But like I say, everything is perception. I can say, oh man, shoot, my body been sore. That tell me I need to not work out. Or I can say, my body been sore. That means I need to work out more so I can get more endurance. And the more I work out, the more I practice, the more I build that muscle memory, the more it's not going to hurt anymore. You can keep creating excuses. You can rationalize stuff till you blue in the face. But the more and more you create these excuses, that's a slippery slope. And you don't want to get to that point where you just excusing every behavior as some kind of sign or rationality to give up. If it's giving up, then usually that's not a sign. Like, that's usually just your excuse. And just kind of keeping that in mind. So it's a balance, because sometimes maybe something is a sign to just slow down or take a break, but you got to know when. Like I say, discernment is always a part. You got to ask your heart, like, is this something that I want to do and that I need to do? Okay, well, then I'm going to keep doing it. But if it's something that, okay, maybe this is a little sign that I need to turn around, I knew from the beginning I really wasn't supposed to be doing this or doing that, then you kind of can listen to it and take it as a sign. Like I said, you are the driver in the seat. Get out of cruise control and make autonomous independent decisions based on, what you know deep down, what's right for you and what's not, or whatever. But yeah, I just want to say this. So push through the pain, y'all. Physical, mental, emotional pain, all the pain. And just don't let any of these setbacks or disappointments frustrate you to the point of stopping and giving up. But that's all I want to say. Peace out. Motivational. What's today? Monday. Ooh, I'm on track, baby. Motivational Monday. Look at that. All right, bye. So y'all, just finished my walk, my run / power walk / walk. And this episode is going to be kind of about a little bit the Motivational Monday, pushing through the pain. But it's like when you're trying to conquer that self-talk of resistance, it's a lot about discipline and using discipline to conquer discomfort. A lot of times discomfort is what we're running away from, and it's a little scary. And for those of us who are hyper aware of or hypersensitive and aware of our body's response to stressors, even when we're consciously, trying to talk ourselves out of it, our body still has autonomic responses to certain things that we perceive as stress. And stress isn't always a bad thing, because like when you work out, that's kind of a form of stress. So in reprogramming your mind you kind of have to reprogram your mind to perceive that level of stress as something that's necessary for the goals that you want. If you want to a fit body and you want to kind of get past your mind's resistance, then you have to, first of all, have a level of discipline. And for lazy people like me, that can be hard. But it's like I said, everything in life is a practice. That's why everything is called a journey. And spirituality, it can get confusing because there's a lot of symbolism. A lot of things are just basically symbolic of it's basically not simplified. So it's kind of just super symbolic, creative ways of expressing things. Kind of like people say, oh, that's your light. Basically, all they're saying is that's your positivity. That's the aspect of you that's positive, and that's something more understandable than like people are like, what is light? What do they mean by that's your light? Positive energy. I don't understand. Like, so I get it. Sometimes it gets like overwhelming, but just kind of know that I try to keep it as simple as possible sometimes, but I have been exposed to a lot of spiritual jargon, so sometimes I do slip it in there because I do like creative speaking and symbolism and all that kind of stuff and just saying things in a very creative way, but it can get confusing and it's not useful if you don't understand it, right? But anyway, so it's just like knowing that you have to have some kind of discipline to get through that discomfort. Yes, working out can be discomforting. It can be hard at the beginning. People don't never really want to tell you the ugly side of stuff, and they want to only show you the end result and like them when they're fit. Like for me, running was super hard, especially in the climate that I'm in, 100-degree weather. Yeah, it's freaking hard. Sun beaming down on you. So it's like, but that's why it's like, go at your pace. Don't go at what people tell you. Oh, you should be able to run 3 miles straight without stopping. What? Okay, good for you. If that's part of my journey, I'll get there when I get there. But right now, my goal is to run, to just complete. It's all about completion. Forget how fast, how many stops you make. Because I used to be like that. I was pressuring myself I got to run like this. Oh, I got to run this way. No, now I run when I feel like running or sprinting. Then I slow down. Then I make power walk. And for my black folks out there, you know how we do. You got to swag up everything. We swag up working at the car wash, working at a fast food joint, swag up everything. We turn the hat backwards. That's building your self-confidence. And that's fueling that passion to me, because it's like it's raising your vibration. And when I say raising your vibration, you know how sometimes you get those goosebumps that feel good, like when you're really doing something that you love, like eating some good food or listening to some good music. When you walking and you swagging and you kind of switching your arms back and forth, and you may be switching your hips or rocking side to side while you walking because you got your music on, you jamming, you kind of pumping your fists or whatever, you doing what you do, you vibing, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole vibe. Make everything a whole vibe. And y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't really got to break down what a vibe is. You know what I'm saying? Like, just feeling good. Do what you got to do. When you run it, kind of bob your head, like swag it out. Like, I like to listen to dancehall, soca, reggae, trap music, not so much R&B, but sometimes I do, like my TGT or something like that, or, what else do I like to listen to? A little bit of pop, a little bit like pop, I don't know if I would say rock, a little bit of, not really country. I do like country, but not for that. So it's like I said, music have different moods. And if I want to feel like I want to be in an uplifted spirit when I'm running, I put some motivational music that's upbeat, that gets my spirit going. And like I said, the spirit is what keeps you going. It keeps you moving. So that's what's going to help you push through. And don't worry, if you get a little cramp. I got a little cramp, and I'm like, no. I can let my mind say, oh, that means I need to stop running. No, I said push through the pain. Like, stop. That don't mean keep running now, but it means that just stop, start walking. I massaged it through a little bit. I did a little belly breathing, because apparently we've been breathing wrong all our life. When you're a child, you start out breathing right, but they say with posture changes that you start breathing wrong. You start breathing through the chest, and that's why a lot of people have neck and shoulder pains and stuff like that. So I've been practicing belly breathing, and if you notice, that's what they teach you to do in yoga and meditation. So I kind of make my workouts like meditation. I try to do meditative things throughout my day. And meditation is not just sitting down, kumbaya, like with your legs crossed. That's not saying there's nothing wrong with that, but that's not the only way you can meditate. To me, meditation is anything that quiets your mind and puts your spirit in the driver's seat and not, your ego. But, so yeah, it's just like, I started massaging it out. I started walking slowly. Then, I got my vibes back up. I started breathing, inhale through my nose for like 4 counts, 4 beats or whatever. Then I exhale about 8 counts. So you blow your belly up, fill it up with 4 counts. Then you deflate the belly like a balloon on 8 counts. So in through your nose, out through your mouth. Hopefully that's understandable. But you can Google, you got a lot of resources at your fingertips about diaphragmatic breathing or deep belly breaths. And there's different counts for different things. So you can look into it. Some breathing gives you a jolt of energy. Some breathing is more relaxation. And so I just kind of breathed through that cramp and it went away. And then, I started pacing myself a little bit more because I'm like, I know, okay, well, I can't push myself. And don't let it fool you. It's not about how fast you run. You burning calories, to me, the more your spirit and your spirit is uplifted. And if there's also, there's a workout plan for women, I think it's called Metabolic Renewal. You can look into that, but it's a guy who basically has created a workout plan that works with women's hormones. And he says that, based on your hormones, I just like the way his workouts is because it's about you work as hard as you can and then you stop when you can't, in a sense. And that works for me because it's like I'm not about pushing myself to the point of passing out. I'm about pushing myself hard because I do that automatically. I don't shortcut stuff when I'm really trying to do something. And then giving myself the opportunity to rest and break. Rest, there's nothing wrong with rest. It's about changing your mindset and not feeling like grinding and working hard means to the point of depletion. To me, that's not efficient for me, for my body. I'm not saying people who work out like that and got good results, then that's fine for them. And I'm not walking around here with a six-pack, so don't think, how she gonna tell me what she ain't even in shape? Calm down. This is just my perspective and what works for me. And it's what keeps me from falling off the wagon and from starting something and then stopping because I can't keep up with it. When making something into a lifestyle, the discipline comes from doing things that you can incorporate in your lifestyle and taking baby steps, making small promises and keeping them on a daily basis. Just like for my nutrition, 3 things that I know I can do for the rest of my life is drink a glass, my little 32 tumbler, like you got the little tumblers that are keep the drinks cold. I got like the big one like that. I drink more than one, but in the morning I'll drink like a whole one throughout the morning with lime or lemon in it. That's something citrus helps with digestion. I can do that every day. And plus I take my multivitamins in the morning, on an empty stomach, and I take my probiotics. Basically I have a liquid multivitamin and I pour all of my little liquid supplements into it. I take it like a shot, drink my water, do what I do. And then I move. I go to the park for 30 minutes. Well, I don't know how long it is. I usually probably walk. It could be 45 to an hour, 30, 40, whatever. If you can do 15, do 15. If you can say, I could drink some water every day, I can walk for 15 to 30 minutes or more a day, and I can take a multivitamin every day. That is a great start. And if it even is not those 3 at once, just say, okay, I'm going to drink my glass of lemon water every day. Let me start with that. Or I'm going to walk every day. Let me start with that. Pick one of the 3. And just do it. And swag it out. Have fun. Shoot, forget who's looking at you. You're going to be motivating them. I really want to start a little motherhood little walking group at the park up here. But I'm like, who am I going to invite? My family don't live on this side of town. So, but yeah, just do what you got to do. If you get some friends to go walking with you, y'all talk and walking. By the time y'all don't walk 2-3 miles or whatever, and just been having fun, laughing. Walking don't have to be just in silence. I was going to say boring, but for some people, silence is boring. So, it doesn't have to be in silence. It doesn't have to be no type of way. It's whatever way makes you enjoy it and makes it something that you can incorporate into your lifestyle. So just keep in mind, to conquer resistance, you need discipline, you need consistency, and you need simplicity for you, whatever you deem as simplicity, so that you can stay consistent. All of it is connected. You kind of need them all to go with the flow, to conquer that discomfort. And the more consistent and simple it is, the less discomforting it'll be. And by the time you know it, you're going to be, now I can do a little bit more. Now I'm going to incorporate a little routine. I'm going to do a little squats while I do it. Let me pop about 10 squats in here. Now my run is 15 minutes with 10 squats. All right, now I can do 30 minutes. Now let me pop about 15 more. Now it's 30 minutes with 30 squats. You know what I'm saying? Like, just take your time and go on your own pace. And that's how you conquer resistance. That's how you conquer discomfort. That's how you conquer laziness, to be honest with you. And that's something that I battle with. And so just hold yourself to your own standard. That's it. But all right, guys, that's all I want to say. A little motivational thing to keep it moving, because we got to keep our bodies moving. You can't stay cooped up. You need the sun. You need that vitamin D. You need all the other minerals that we get from the sun's rays. God didn't create nothing without a purpose. And I ain't talking about the man-made stuff. I mean the natural stuff that will grow regardless of what we do, or will be there regardless of what we do. God didn't create that for no reason. He didn't create our bodies without a purpose. Every single thing in our body has a purpose. Your hair, your nails, your skin, your bones, your organs. So, it's all about enjoying it and using the fruits of the land. But all right, guys, love you. Peace out.